Okay, friends, here we go. All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm Eric, and as always, I'm your host and editor for tonight's session. Once again, we are jumping back into our film B52, which is this fun little thriller. I'm adjusting settings in Premiere as I talk, so if I'm moving things around, that is why. Um, yes, cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, so once again working on B52. Once again jumping into this our fun little Arthur Conan Doyle thriller. Tonight we're gonna do something a little different. Well, no, not different for editors. It's something that editors do all the time. It's interesting that we're gonna do it a little bit kind of out of order. Usually this is kind of thing that not usually is a weird term. Oftentimes this is the kind of thing that would happen post a full cut of the film. In this case, because usually the way a film would be edited is I, as the editor, and Elena, our director, we would be in the same room. We'd be editing the film at the same time and kind of talking through decisions. A full cut, we then sit down and look at it as a whole and say, okay, what needs revision? In this case, because I'm editing remotely, and because Elena is occasionally she's on here watching the editing process, and I know she's eventually going to watch this. And give her thoughts. But because it's more of a remote, it's a little more of a disconnected editing process. There's as I finish scenes, I'm sending them to her, and she's giving me feedback. And as we kind of create the movie this way, we're certain things are coming to the forefront that didn't that might like we might not have noticed until we did a full cut in a traditional editing setup. So tonight we get to we finished a first cut of the scene, and now Elena's looked at it. I've looked at it again with fresh eyes. She's given me notes. I've got a few things that stuck out to me, and so tonight we're gonna start revising and start tweaking a little bit just to see what kind of new things we can, or to see what tweaks we can make now that we've got kind of a better eye on what the scene kind of is, how the scene's coming together. Um, I've said it before. I will say it many times after this, but there's the old kind of standby rule that a film is made three times: once in the script, once on set, and once in the edit suite. And this is that third step. So we're going to be talking about that tonight, and hopefully between tonight and if I do, depending how far we get tonight, it's a Friday night and my throat is hurting a little bit, so we'll see how far I get. But so for tonight's editing session, we'll go as far as we can. Hopefully, get a new cut of this scene done, and then next week we'll move on to the next scene. Um, and if you're wondering why we're spending as much time as we are on this first, it's because this first scene more than like your first scene is an essential part of the filmmaking process. It does. There's usually um, especially in short films, there's so much pressure on the first scene and the first moments of a film because usually you're establishing you're meeting the characters, you're usually meeting your main characters. There's not really a chance to like meet them over the course of a story the way you would get with traditional feature. So you're usually meeting all your main characters. You're establishing their wants, their needs, their goals. You're also establishing the plot, and you're establishing the tone, which is kind of a like which is so there's a lot going on in this scene. That's why this scene is it's being given extra care right at the start, so that we don't make decisions later based on stuff in the first scene that we later decide doesn't work. So that's one of the reasons if like Knives Out is one of our main inspirations for this movie. Knives Out starts off with that scene with Fran discovering the body, and she has that pre-title moment where she like sees the body and almost drops all the stuff on the breakfast tray she's carrying and has that like oh shit kind of awkward funny moment, and that right there is establishing the tone of the film before we've met any of our real main characters. And in features, you can do that. In features, it's expected that you can kind of set these. You can kind of focus this. This is a tone setting moment. This is a moment for. This is a moment that's meeting a character. This is a moment to establish the plot. And in a short film, especially a short thriller, we have to do all that in the first scene. So that's why we're taking some extra care on it. And that's why we're going to be spend some time tonight working on it. So here we go. We're going to jump into Premiere. Let's make sure the sound is coming through for you guys. Looks like it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Um, so here's the first thing we're gonna do. I'm gonna go. I've preserved. This is the thing I always try to do. Is I always try to preserve the first cuts of things. So we're gonna watch the first cut that we did, and then we're gonna talk about why we're revising it, and then we're gonna start revising. So let's go ahead and kind of full screen this guy, and we're gonna watch our first cut of the original cut of the scene that we're gonna be tweaking tonight. Not all of this is getting changed, but the first cut. But we are making some changes. So here we go. Sorry. As I've said before, this beginning bit is all gonna stay as is for the moment because we're not sure how we're gonna cut into the scene from our kind of previous opening establishing shots.
What are you doing? Are you robbing us?
No. I mean, yes.
You're a criminal.
Well, I wouldn't say.
How exciting!
Huh?
This is just like Dateline.
What? No, it's not.
Wait. Shh. Hi, somebody's coming. Bathroom's next door, darling. You read my mind. You're not scary.
Lady, I don't know what you're dealing with.
I saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself.
You saw me.
You were hard to miss.
Okay.
What? No, stay.
Ma'am, all due respect. Good night.
You dropped your wallet. Arthur Finch. From Canada.
Could you please give me my wallet back, please?
What were you going to steal? Arthur, come on.
What do you want from me?
Would you rob my husband? Please.
Why?
I hate him. I hate my husband. I hate him. Let's help each other. It'd be a really huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. I'm Madeline.
Okay, that's the scene as it currently is. Um, And there's a few things that I definitely noticed. And there's that I'll talk about real quick. Is that there's a lot of air in the scene. There's a lot of dead space. And that's often true of assembly cuts and first cuts of a film. There's usually I think it like I think this is true of first takes a lot of the time with actors is um excuse me in the first version of a take, the first version of a scene, the first cut, often even the first draft of a script, there's a lot of overplaying the beats. There's a lot of stuff where it kind of you lean into the pauses, you lean into the big moments, um, and it kind of end up making a lot of moments big moments that don't need to be. So there's a lot of that, and that's in this moment that I feel, looking at it now. There's a lot of that I can very confidently cut out. Um, which is in if you're an editor, and stuff is showing up in your first pass, that's completely normal. That happens. Like that's one of the reasons that a lot of feature films, you'll hear about, oh, the first cut of a film was 4 or 5 hours long, is because a lot of the time they left, they edited it kind of first pass, overplayed the moments, played them big, and let them kind of sit there, and then as you progress in the edits, you start being able to take stuff out and realize, okay, we don't need a pause there, we don't need this, we don't need that reaction, we do need one here, so on and so forth. So that's kind of the first stuff I noticed. I think I overcut some of the things, or some stuff we're gonna trim back, and yeah, that was kind of those are kind of the things that stuck out to me, in addition to the things that Elena told me. So here are the notes that I got from Elena. Um, let's see. I'm gonna paraphrase some of this. Loving the film language and the cuts, liking that we jump back and forth between Madeline and Arthur, establishing visual information, and that is, Arthur's a thief, Mads is the woman of the house, the knife is a toy. We subvert some expectations that we acknowledge that there are guests in the house. We've established the time period that it's around Christmas, and that we're in kind of a stylized world. Now, I like that she made the point that we do jump back and forth between the two of them, and it's not solely one of their perspectives, because these two are our main characters, and they should be um, equal in terms of their screen time for the most part. Arthur gets a little more because he's the one we start the scene with, but it's not all his perspective. We are getting plenty of moments with her. Um, we do, however, and this is an interesting note that she and I discussed later, is that you don't really there's no moment, and this is kind of true for the whole movie. There's not really a moment where um, okay, the whole movie, with the exception of one very key scene, and this is again talk about, find the moments to set up your expectations and find the moments to subvert them. There's not really any moments throughout the majority of this film where we see something that Arthur doesn't. Arthur kind of remains our point of view character. There's like one key moment. It's not even that he doesn't see it. It's just that he doesn't give it the weight that it deserves later on, and we will get to that when we get there. But uh for now, yeah, it's still we don't really see anything that he doesn't, and that's a thing that we're gonna maintain. There's a couple moments we could go to. We're gonna avoid those because it needs to be, because it fits better if it's still he's still the character we're sort of following throughout this story. Whether he is our main character, he's definitely our audience surrogate. Um, so yeah, these um, and we like the angles and the frames and so on. The immediate thought she had says that Adam and Annabelle, our two actors, are out of touch with each other in terms of behavior and call and response. Um, and that let's see, that there doesn't seem to be as strong a through line with her, and this is 100% not me dunking on Annabelle. Like, Annabelle's work in this is fantastic. This is a thing that I aimed for in the editing and didn't quite get there, so this is something I need to revise, and that's what we're going to be working on tonight. Um, let's see. I just need to focusing on the as we say, messy joy of her first moments of how exciting this is, like Dateline, and kind of trying to keep that going until the moment where it can't anymore, when she asks him to rob her husband. Um, and it's important that we not see her as the femme fatale, because we start off the scene subverting that, and it's important to keep that subversion going, because that's not who she is. Especially at this point in her life and this point in her story, she's not a femme fatale. She plays the role of a femme fatale with everyone else, but with Arthur, she's a little more real, and we need to see that. Um, so Yeah, and then the overall note of just mostly just kind of keep the pace up and see if we can keep the energy going, keep the urgency going. So those are the notes we're working with. I'm gonna jump back into the assembly cut where I've been putting stuff together. And I've pulled some stuff out a little bit, and we're gonna talk about that. So the easiest change to make is I switched out this take here where he gets behind the wall because seeing like as much as when we discussed, as much as I absolutely love that shot of her coming back, of her walking back with the light on her face and everything. Much as I really adore that moment, it is a very femme fatale moment, and it's not doing us any good. It's again, it's that's not who she is. That's who she plays, but it's not who she is. So we are gonna go back to using what actually was the original take that we used in the first couple times we streamed this. And let him start to enter the frame. We're gonna put a cut there. Delete this. Clear that back. Cool. Maybe a little much. Let's link this up and then pull it back a bit. Something like that. Yeah, that feels like it's got some movement to it. You know what? I might be wrong. I might be better off just keeping the distance there.
Bathroom's next door, darling.
You read my mind.
Yep. So she says where the bathroom is. We're staying on him.
Did I scare you?
I think it's actually the wrong take. That's where he hits the camera.
Did I scare you?
Which isn't a bad thing necessarily, but I think I also think my focus is a little bit soft there. So let's again, I love this take, but let's use the correct one. Let's cut that and put it back in the RHSC, which is down here. The one I liked, but not the one we should use. Okay, let's see. This one's a little more elaborate.
Bathroom's next door, darling.
You read my mind.
I'm actually gonna try to use this one. I think this one might be the take to work to use. Let me see. That's something else. Okay, cool. Let's go and paste this one back in here. Let's try this one. Oop. Is a longer take. That's worth noting. Yeah, let's paste it into track one. Let's take a look here. Pull it back. Close the gap. Let's watch.
Bathroom's next door,
All right, this we should already be moving in on him.
darling.
You read my mind.
We're kind of coming across to him there.
Next door, darling.
You read my mind.
It's not a bad take. Let me look at the. There's another good one in the workroom. I've started color coordinating this a little differently so that I can actually color these shots based on Arthur and Madeline. I'm gonna start doing that from this scene onward. I'm not gonna do it. I just haven't done it yet, so we'll live with it for the moment. Let me find these takes. Yeah, there. Okay.
My mind.
Did I scare you?
Ah, I like that one. We can't use it because it goes the wrong direction. Okay. So we had, yeah, two takes we really liked. This is the one to look at. Here we go.
Ready. Frame.
Action. Wait. Shh. Hide. Someone's coming. Madeline. Bathroom's next door, darling.
You read my mind.
I scare you? Cut.
Cut.
I like her being playful. This is the other take that we like. I like this one for several reasons, but it's also it's we need to make sure we don't lean into the femme fatale thing with her.
Bathrooms next door, darling.
You read my mind.
Action.
Yeah, you know what? As much as I
Next door, darling. Did I scare you?
yeah, as much as I really like this take here because this take does actually end up being this shot does end up being a reference to later. Um, this one kind of accomplished it. And this one, the fear in his face is real, and that is just that's invaluable when it comes to making hard choices about cuts and which take to use. Uh, the answer 99 times out of 100 is go back to performance. Go back to the take where the performance really lands because that's what's gonna sell it. So boom, paste. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, by the way, the audio is a different color here because I have changed the label color. Doesn't mean anything different. You can do that in Premiere. Um, I know some editors use it a lot more than others. I haven't used it before, but in this movie, I actually going forward, I'm not gonna do it with this scene, but going forward, I think I am gonna be labeling takes a little differently, or labeling, doing some color coordination, just because we have a color scheme in the shot list for whose shot is what, and I think that'll be helpful in terms of choosing shots. It'll also be cool to see at the end who's got the most shots in their kind of their color.
Action. Wait. Shh. Hide. Someone's coming.
Getting Arthur in there, kind of right about. I think we gotta kind of see. Yeah, we can see her stepping in. Let's try that. So we're gonna delete this. That cut is damn near perfect.
Did I scare you?
And she starts to move. Cool. We can cut that. We can pull this back. We can even cut this a little tighter if we want to. Counting on movement's good though. Yeah, she's about there. Oop. Nope, don't want to delete it. Just want to put a cut and then delete. Just gonna delete part of it. I think that works. Once the sound gets leveled out, I think that'll work. Let's save. Cool. So that's the first change we've made. Helping us like
Bathrooms next door, darling.
You read my mind.
we get to see Madeline playing the femme fatale role a little more. We get to see her walk over and kind of I like we get to see her kind of get in position before the
Bathrooms
door
next door,
opens.
darling.
You read my mind.
And we see that moment. We see that she's a bit of a chameleon when she needs to be, which also I don't think this is intentional, but her being in a green dress is a nice touch. That actually, if you wanted to make her more of a chameleon, I might say lean into like a Peter Greenway type of effect, where like the color of her costume would subtly change over the course of the movie. I say subtly. Peter Greenway is not subtle, but not the overall point. Um, if you want to see what really uh, kind of um, subjective costuming looks like. Check out any of his movies. The cook is the cook, the thief, his wife, and her lover is kind of his most famous one, and that's got like characters' costumes change color when they switch rooms because the rooms have color schemes that the characters' costumes have to match, and it's never mentioned. It's just how the world of that film works. It's very cool. But yeah, so here we get the moment where we see that
Next
moment,
door, darling.
You read my mind.
but then we also yeah once we've seen that we've gotten the information we need from her, uh that
Bathrooms
she can do this and that she's comfortable talking to the guests,
next door,
now
darling.
we move in and we spend but excuse me the majority of the take
You read my
on
mind.
Arthur's realization or reaffirmation that he's not alone in the house, and so that's a powerful shot and a good choice. So mm, sorry, sometimes your first instinct is right. Okay. Now we're gonna go back to another small change I'm gonna make. I'm gonna just because it's a rough cut, I'm gonna add in some B-roll. because I want to get it in there. If it's not a bad time to have it. We'll see if we this might be a thing we take out later if we decide we don't need it. But so what we're gonna do is gonna put a cut right here before we see Madeline. And we're gonna add in. We got a couple shots. They're supposed to be kind of Arthur's point of view. Um, that are the that just kind of go from the wine bottles to establishing this kind of open door. And I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna go with the first one because the rack focus is slower, which is a weird thing to say. That's the take I want to go with. But I'm gonna go with that because let's paste this here. Um, because we said at the beginning that the shots that are kind of Arthur's like that are Arthur's filmmaking are shallower depth of field with rack focuses and more and handheld a little less. He notices details well, but he's not focusing on the whole world. And so I think that like having this point of view shot, it establishes a little bit. It gives us that open door. We can use that in the sound work. We can add the sounds of the party, kind of as the focus lands on the door. We can crank up the sounds of the people in the house to remind us of the constant kind of danger we're in. Um, and it also kind of sets him up as we set it up that he sees the door. There we go. I might stabilize this later. We'll see if I do. And then he steps forward, and that's when we get the Madeline shadow there. And so it also helps prolong for a second the fact that he might be able to get away with this. That we think he's like, you know, this is a story about a thief, so we're gonna see him doing his thieving. To us, this is just normal thievery. He gets in, he closes the door, he's looking around, he's casing the joint, he sees the details, sees that it's a party. We get the door, he's paying attention. All right, now time for some actual thieving. Wait a minute, we notice that, and then boom. So I think that fits in there well. It gives us a chance to establish the setting a little more, to establish Arthur's point of view a little more, and I think that's overall a good thing. So I added that. Okay. We're going to close this gap because I put that gap there. Uh, just because I was going to be adding the B-roll.
What are you doing?
There we go. I'm imagining like a nice musical sting here, something with strings.
Are you robbing us?
I mean, yes.
Is there any? I know I think I know the answer to this. But I'm going to see if is there any more audio I can use here before I hear her.
Yes.
You're
Nope. Yeah, because there's that big exhale.
I mean, yes.
That'll be covered with room tone when our magnificent sound designer gets his talented hands and ears on the project.
Did I scare you?
Okay, cool. So now, all right. So again, here's the rest of the scene as originally edited, and here, what I've done here to kind of now that I've got Elaine and I have locked in on a much more coherent handle. Coherent is the wrong word to use because it sounds like we were doing it wrong before, and we're not. This is filmmaking is experimentation, and again, you discover the movie in many ways, or you discover things about the movie that you didn't expect in the edit. So we are discovering the movie more. Um, we've got a better sense of the need of the characters. So now, what I've done is I've gone through all the takes that we like, and I have basically divided it up line by line. The bottom track is Arthur, the top track is Madeline, and so it plays kind of like this.
Lady, I don't know what you're dealing
I
with.
saw you.
Lady, I don't know what you're dealing with. Lady, I don't know what you're.
So basically, that's what I've done for the whole scene. He's gone through and given us all the options for all the takes. So that's what we're going to look at now. Now knowing kind of what we need this to be, or what we want this to be, we're going to reassemble a lot of this and see how it goes. So here we go. Let's jump in. Um, Also, real quick, shout out to Stephanie for the National Treasure Nick Cage mug. It is absolutely like I get so much joy drinking out of it. Anything I drink out of it tastes better because it's from you and it's Nick Cage. Uh, so anyway, that's my not even product placement, partner placement. I'm plugging the wonderfulness of one of my partners. Okay, here we go. Is it would it be poly placement? I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so here's so yeah. Starting with this, we're gonna go from yeah. So we know the things we need to focus on. We need Madeline to be at least at the beginning. She's having fun, so we want to lean into her having fun. Arthur is more urgent. Arthur wants to get out of here. He doesn't know what's going on at this point. He feels like he's being toyed with, especially now. Um, he's not sure what's going to happen. Elaine and I were talking. So there's another version of this movie somewhere, where like Madeline like basically brings Arthur in to meet all of her friends. It's like, look, this is Arthur. He's a real thief. Like, let's all meet him. And he's just kind of a curiosity to the rich people. So he doesn't know what's going on, but he knows that he wants to get out of here. And there's a moment later on when she says, "Will you rob my husband?" Which is going to be kind of be the first moment uh when he kind of questions, um or where he doesn't try to leave. So we want to again, everything in filmmaking is about rules, and not the rules of filmmaking, but the rules you establish. You establish your own rules, then you decide specifically when to subvert them. Um, in this case, we're establishing the two rules at the beginning. Madeline is playful and joyful. Arthur uh, is rushed and freaked out and trying to get away. And so so then when we find the moment when she says, "Will you rob my husband?" and she becomes serious, we see the change in him, and that is how you create tension and drama and interesting moments. Um, okay, so we're just gonna watch it. We're gonna start picking out clips. Okay, of those three takes, take three. Take two doesn't work because take two violates the rules of Madeline's filmmaking that it's not as smooth and controlled as it should be. Take one doesn't work and then between take one and two, between take one and three, take three, she's a little more playful. She's got the little smile on her face, and she's going a little quicker. She's kind of enjoying herself a little more. So that's take three. All right, let's look at Arthur.
Lady, I don't know what your deal is. Lady, I don't know what your deal is. Lady, I don't know what your deal is. Lady, I don't know what your deal is.
Okay, and this is the thing I talk about playing the um like, and this is a thing I've talked about playing the moments and letting them play big. The other and also a fascinating thing about filmmaking. This is the thing that this is the reason I think everyone involved in filmmaking should edit or be involved in the editing process at some point as they're getting into their careers, because there's so many things that do not read on set that really do read in the edit suite. And hopefully, as you become a better editor and a better filmmaker, you'll start to incorporate that. And I mean, but I'm sitting here, I've been shooting and editing for 15 years, and I'm still not catching. I don't catch everything because you never do. That's what, if everything went according to plan, this wouldn't be interesting. um but notice here the length of the first three takes. First take is quick, second take is longer, third take is longest, and then the fourth take goes back to being quick again. um but it's so easy on set to be like, right, this like yeah, we're watching like this third take, which I'm just gonna let play here. Like
Lady,
he's conveying so much.
don't know what your deal is.
That first take, that not fourth. Words settle. In that third take, he is conveying a lot. Like none of his emotions are wrong. He's doing them all very well. He's believable, and it's a good performance of that moment. But watching it now and now looking at it from the perspective of we need some urgency here, unfortunately, it's not the right one for this moment. And on set, it's very easy to watch this take and be like, "Wow, that's an excellent take." And like all these takes, I think are excellent work from Adam. Um, and I do if I'm picking out which take do I get the most from him? Which take do I get the most from him in this moment? Uh, it's this take. This take he's giving us the cake with the icing, and it's magnificent. But in this moment, we don't need all of that. We need the basics. We need the basic cake here. We don't, and this is magnificent icing on this cake, but it's not. Um, we don't want to hit a sugar crash too early. So, and because we're on set, you look at that and go, that's magnificent. But in editing, we're like, oh, that's unfortunately that like pacing wise, that moment's a bit too long. So I think we're gonna go with the first take because the first take and the last take are the long of the or the shortest of them. They've got some good urgency. Uh, excuse me. And now looking at those two, I think the performance is the best. Real quick before I do anything else, let me go ahead and let me save this whole thing because it's a very nice, just collected way to look at a scene. We're gonna copy that. I'm gonna put that back in the workroom. Uh, just a good thing to have. This is the next scene, correct? Yes, good. Let's move this all down. Pull this back. We're going to paste it all right there. That's good. And then we're going to pull this back to here so we've got it. Cool. So now we've got that preserved. Okay. All right. So now we know we're going with the third take of Madeline, so we can delete the first two. We can delete these middle two takes of Adam, which I'm using character and actor names interchangeably because that's just a thing that I do.
Lady, I don't know what your deal is. Lady, I don't know what your deal is.
Cool. Okay, so we like those two takes. Um, I'm leaning toward the first one. Let's watch them again. Actually, let's watch them in context.
Lady, I don't know what your deal is. Lady, I don't know what your deal is.
First take. The first take. For some reason this is the one that I'm connecting with.
Lady, I don't know what your deal is. Lady, I don't know what your deal is.
She just said, "Did I scare you?" Let's bring that over. Let's bring this moment over and just watch them opposite that. Oh, and notice we are gonna. Let's see, which take is that? Oh, I think we had the right take there. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Take C24, CO24. Yeah, we picked the same take. That works. Cool. So I can remove that and pull this back. So let's listen to her say it.
Did I scare you?
Lady, I don't know what your deal is. Lady, I don't know what your deal is.
Did I scare you?
Lady, I don't know what your deal is.
Did I scare you?
Lady, I don't know what your deal is.
Oh, it's so close. I think I am gonna go with that first take. I think that's the one to go with. So cool. she's coming up. He's gonna come up here. We don't need the whole thing. We just don't need because he's moving while she is. So
Lady, I don't know what your deal is.
I'm gonna second guess this decision absolutely all night. Let's see.
I don't know what your deal is. Lady, I don't know what your deal is. Lady,
Yeah, you know we're going with that first take, and I'll tell you why. We're gonna go with it because of something Elena said to me, and she said that it's important that Arthur doesn't feel like he has time to catch up. He feels like he's just beat happening to him real fast. So yeah, less pauses on Adam's stuff so that he really just
lady, I don't know what your deal is.
yeah. So just every moment, yeah, we keep moving with him. So yep, that's gonna be the tipping point. If we look back at this and watch it again and go, man, do we have a better take of that or another take of that? We do.
I saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself. I saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself. I saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself.
Okay, second take there. That one's pretty easy. She's having the most fun in take two.
I saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself. I would have let you in myself. I saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself. I saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself.
Cool. So second take, she's having the most fun. That's what we're gonna go with because she's enjoying herself at the moment.
I don't know what your deal is.
I saw you at the tree line.
I don't know what your deal is.
We're gonna layer this a little bit.
I saw you at the tree line.
I don't know what your deal is.
I saw you at the tree line.
I don't know what your deal is.
Pull this back. Oop, wrong thing. Have a little more freedom to work with this in future scenes where we were using different mics, but for now, that's what I'm working with. Right about there. All right, let's get rid of the audio. Let's see. We're actually going to keep his video for a sec.
I don't know what your deal is.
I saw you at the tree line.
Okay, that overlap kind of needs to stay there then. All right.
I don't know what your deal is.
I saw you at the tree line. I saw you at the tree.
I don't know what your deal is.
I saw you at the tree line.
Okay, so we're going to layer that in.
What's your deal? Deal?
I saw you at the.
Then we're going to cut it back.
I don't know what your deal
I
is.
saw you at the tree line.
I don't know what your deal
I
is.
saw you at the tree line.
Good.
I saw you at the tree.
Okay, so we're going to unlink this. Thank you for saving, Premiere. Unlink. Pull this back to here because I kind of want to cut when she says tree line. We're going to unlink this as well so we can just pull his video.
I don't know what your deal
I
is.
saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself.
Deal?
I saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself.
This is messing with me a little bit. Okay, you know what? New plan. Because I want this a certain way and I'm going to split this up. Okay. Unlink that. I want to reveal in project. There it is. Cool.
2F. What? No, 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 no. Action.
Lady?
Okay, that's boom. This is lavs. Okay, so what we're gonna do is modify audio channels. I want this as mono. Number of clips. I want 2 of them. One left and one right. Cool. Yep, that's fine. So now, check this out. We're gonna take this clip, gonna move it out to here, out into this void. Gonna bring these guys in. I should be able to do should be able to sync them up. Synchronize, do it. There we go. So now what I've just done is delete that first track. First track is now boom. Second track here is
Lady? I don't know what your deal
I
is.
saw you at the tree line.
now the 2 lav tracks. So we can put some cuts here and here. Which I'll see what I should do for all of this audio. I may be redoing some of this later. Oop, nope. Cool.
Lady? I don't know what your deal is.
So now I should be able to. I mean, the 2 of them are close to each other, so their labs are picking up. But if I take these and unlink them,
What your deal
I
is?
saw you.
I don't know what your deal
I
is.
saw you.
okay. New plan.
Lady? I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your
New plan. We're going to do this because I want this audio to work. Instead of doing that, we're going to take this, we're going to put it back where it was in a second. Going to move Madeline's whole thing down a bit. Going to take this, we're going to drop it over here. All I need is him saying deal is. So let's go to where we had the other clips that we pulled in. That's not it. This is it.
I don't know what your deal is. Lady? I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal is.
There we go. That's the audio we're going to use.
Don't know what your
So we're going to copy this. We're going to drop it back over here. Paste.
don't know what your
Right before he does that, before we hear that D. Oop, nope, deleted the wrong part. Delete that. Unlink. Delete that.
deal is.
There we go. And we're going to cut that. We're going to move it down here. Paste.
I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal is.
Doesn't quite work the way you want it to.
I don't know what your deal is.
I saw you at the.
That one might work as well.
I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal
I
is.
saw you.
Lady, I don't know what your deal is. Know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal
I
is.
saw you.
Deal is. Deal is. What your deal is.
That one might work too. Let's copy that and try it. Revisions, revisions, revisions. Paste.
I don't know what your deal
Cut. Delete.
deal is. I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal is.
Maybe. I think I might like this one better if I just trim, if I make it a little faster.
I don't know what your deal is.
It's a little too clean there. We're gonna go with this one.
I don't know what your deal is.
Actually, there's one other thing I can look at. Because we did these wide shots, which are over here.
Okay, I'm done.
What?
Oh, nope, we started that one there.
Perfect. Frame.
Action.
And we started that one there, so we don't have the whole thing there. Unless it's here.
And frame.
And we're going from, okay, I'm done.
Nope, we're stopping there.
I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal is.
Pull that back a couple of frames.
I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal
I
is.
saw you.
What's your deal?
I saw you.
What's your deal?
I saw you.
That's where he starts it, so that's where it should finish. That's where we should start it, so like right there.
I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal is.
This does still feel weird. We're still working on it. Let's try blending it a little bit. See if this helps. This is why I'm not a sound editor, because I'm not as good at it. But we still try. We gotta make it sound as good as we can.
I don't know what your deal is.
It's actually not bad. Let's watch it wider version.
Lady, I don't know what your deal is.
It's not bad.
I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal is.
All right, we'll see if that's noticeable. We may come back and adjust.
I saw you at the tree.
But now we can cut pretty directly.
What your deal is.
We can use that little laugh as a cut-in point.
Deal is.
Gonna unlink this. We're gonna pull her video back. We're gonna drop it down here. Push this a little bit forward like that.
I saw you at the
I don't know what your deal is.
I saw you at the tree.
Let's get rid of that gap.
I don't know what your deal is.
I saw you at the tree line. I would have let you. I saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself. I saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself.
Okay. Again, all right, cool. We're finally moving on. I like this. A little bit too much dead air in it in the middle. So we may cut away from that to an Arthur reaction, but let's pick his next clip and then we'll go back and see what reaction shots we have. Pause for tea. I will say I absolutely love these headphones with this microphone setup that I've got, but I hate that it's right-handed.
You saw me. You saw me. You saw me. You saw me.
Okay, so a lot of space in there. We're gonna cut that out. The question is, performance-wise, which one feels the most urgent?
You saw me. You saw me. You saw me. You saw me.
It's a question. I like that it's a question. In the script, it's got an interrobang on it, so it's got a question mark. So we're gonna go with that one. Makes it easy. And we're gonna take out all the space.
You saw me. saw me?
Let's put the cut there. Good.
Tree line.
As much as I can, I think it's good to try and let's see how this plays. But as much as it's like, if I can use this clip here for kind of the reaction moment, that's not bad.
You saw me?
I would have let you in myself.
You saw me?
I would have let you in myself.
You saw me?
You know what? In context, that doesn't play as well as I wanted it to.
You saw me?
Yeah, okay, take it back. In context, that doesn't work as well as it should. We're gonna go with one of the others.
You saw me? Saw me? You saw me?
Self.
You saw me? Saw me? You saw me? You saw me? Saw me? You saw me?
Those performances are very very similar. He gave very nice delivery on all three.
You saw me?
Self.
You saw me?
I would let you in myself.
Put a cut there. Let's take out some of the dead air there.
You in myself.
You saw me?
Too much. Let's split the difference. Give her a little more space. Save real fast. Give him a little more as well.
Myself.
You saw me?
There we go. Good. Cool. So now we're going to take this. We're going to get rid of the audio because we don't really need it. We're going to pull this back. Actually, before I get rid of that audio, I'm going to pull this back to listen to her line so we can see his reaction when she says, "I saw you with the tree line."
Myself.
Go ahead and remove those.
I would have let you in myself.
Now we definitely took some space in that take. Pull back. There we go.
I don't know what your deal
I
is.
saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself. I would have let you in myself.
I like the way he does that. He's got a little bit of a movement there.
I would have let you in myself. I would have let you in.
Very subtle, good little move there. We're going to keep that. All right, so we can delete the audio. So
Tree line. The tree line. Line.
good, we'll cut this off. Honestly, this doesn't even mean I'm not even sure we need to cut her clip down at all. I think just being able to have like a cut to him and then cut back.
I saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself.
You saw me?
There we go. That looks good. That feels smooth.
Saw me?
Is there more to this, or just how quickly did she say you were hard to miss?
Saw me?
You were hard to.
And I really am cutting this frame by frame. Okay, now we're looking at her. Her saying you were hard to miss. Again, looking for joy.
You were hard to miss. 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 You were hard to miss.
All right, third one feels the most femme fatale. We're going to take that out. Let's look at this first and second again.
You were hard to miss. You were hard to miss.
All right, we saw her from here. That take doesn't quite match framing wise, so I think we're gonna go with the second one because the second one, they're both good, and I think this one, it's kind of why I was leaning anyway, but it also visually it matches, and that makes me happy.
Self.
You saw me?
You were hard to miss.
It's weird to think of this like in terms of like the way I'm thinking about this scene is that in some ways it is like it's a friendship that starts an adventure story. In some ways it's kind of Imagine, Lord of the Rings meeting Frodo and Sam meeting for the first time kind of thing, where it's the two of them. Actually, no, not Frodo and Sam, Merry and Pippin. This is Merry and Pippin's first meeting before going on an adventure.
Self.
You saw me.
You were hard to miss.
So I like that little smile she has, but I don't want to sacrifice pacing, so we're gonna get rid of that.
You saw me.
You were hard to miss.
You saw me.
You were hard to miss. You were hard.
You saw me.
You were hard to miss. You were hard. You were hard.
I'm gonna try
You saw me.
You were hard to miss.
give her a little more space. There's a tiny, tiny bit.
You saw me.
You were hard to miss. I would have let you in myself.
You saw me.
You were hard to miss.
Cool. So put that there.
Self.
You saw me.
You were hard to miss.
And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna unlink this a bit. Well, we're gonna unlink them for sure, and then we're gonna give him a little more time to have this reaction. Uh,
You saw me.
You were hard to miss.
You saw me.
You were hard to miss.
let's bring it back to her. So that it's kind of he says you saw me, and we're kind of living in that revelation for a few frames or a tiny second, and then when she starts talking, we have to cut back to her.
You saw me.
You were hard to miss.
You saw me.
You were hard to miss.
Does she smile after this at any point? Nah, she's too serious. That's fine.
You were hard to miss.
Okay. Let's look at his reactions for okay, I'm done.
Okay. I'm done. Okay. I'm done. Okay. I'm done.
Miss.
Okay, I'm done.
What? No, 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 stay.
Okay. Yep, those first it's like just because that cuts there, like it's very obvious this is the take to go with.
Miss.
All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna unlink this. We're gonna pull this audio
Miss.
because I like that reaction from him. Pull this audio back because we don't need her saying that because we already heard her say it.
You were hard to miss.
Okay, I'm.
I kind of like just having him with starting with his eyes closed there. Let me do that. You're gonna get close to it. Okay. Let's pull this back. Pull this.
Okay, I'm done.
You were hard to miss.
Okay, I'm done.
I think we might need to see him do that whole eye thing.
Okay, I'm done.
You were hard to miss.
Okay, I'm done.
That actually might hurt us using this take, just in terms of keeping that urgency up, because we're kind of required if we're going to use that take. I feel like we're kind of required to use.
Okay, I'm done. Okay. Okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Okay. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, that take is that's the best take performance-wise. We really got to use it. All right, let's go back.
Miss.
Okay, I'm done. Okay.
So other options we have. We'll see if we need them. Let's go.
Okay, I'm done.
You were hard to miss.
Okay, I'm done.
We'll extend this a bit.
I'm done.
We'll start seeing him move. We're gonna unlink this, cut out the audio. hiccups.
Okay, I'm done.
You were hard to miss.
The question is, if I pull this back, how far can I go with this?
Okay. You saw me.
You were hard to miss. You were hard to miss.
Okay.
Okay, so that's not going to work. But let's see. I think there's something I can do here. We can get it. We can actually get that eye close moment in there.
Hard to miss.
Okay.
So I pull this up and I pull this all the way back to see that moment.
You were hard to miss. You were hard to miss. You were hard.
Put that cut. Pull this here again, giving him another reaction over her shot.
You were hard to miss.
Okay.
Nope, that's too much.
You were hard to miss.
Too much. All right, we're gonna go with this.
Okay, I'm done.
You were hard to miss.
Okay, I'm. You saw me.
You were hard to miss.
Okay, I'm done.
That needs to be faster. Just real quick banter here.
You were hard to miss.
Okay, I'm done.
That works, I think. Let's play it from here.
I saw you at the tree line. I would have let you in myself.
You saw me.
You were hard to miss.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the from here.
Okay, I'm done. Okay. I'm done. Okay. I'm done.
Miss.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Okay. I'm done. Okay.
I'm gonna grab this one and this one. We're gonna go ahead and copy those into the RHSC because they might be moments we use later. Let's bring this back. We might end up reusing those because they are like they're kind of my second and third place takes. I'm not sure which one's second, which one's third. But yeah, they're kind of my second and third place ones for that moment.
Okay. I'm done. Okay. I'm done.
There's like unfortunately none of them have the comedic timing that the one we've gotten there does. That's why I really would like to use it. And then that's the original cut of this scene, which is gonna get put there. Okay, cool. Save and back to assembly.
No, 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 stay. What? No, 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 stay. What? No, 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 stay.
All of those are good. Let's see.
What? No, 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 stay.
Okay, good. I love the way she says it in that one. I might use the audio, but the video doesn't work because her eyeline's off.
What? No, 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 stay. 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 No, 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 stay.
Mm.
What? No, 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 stay.
Okay, we're gonna use the audio from the first take and the video from the third. I like the second take a lot, but I also, and I don't know if like anyone who's watching now can weigh in on this.
What? No, 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 stay.
That before I actually say anything, does that look down she does? How does that read to you as an unattached viewer?
What? No, 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 stay.
How does that read to you? What's that? Does that seem in character? Does that seem weird? So take a look at that and tell me what you think. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna grab these two takes and start working with them because I think it's where I want to go. But I'm curious what people think of this moment,
No, 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 stay.
the way she plays that look down. Tell me what you think of that. How that reads to you? Because I know more than I know more than you do about that moment. I want to know how that reads to someone who doesn't know my inside knowledge at the moment.
No, 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 stay. What? No, 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 stay. No, 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 stay.
Cool. Okay, so this audio with this video. Let's see. We're gonna take these and kind of put them here. See if we can line these up. They're gonna be pretty close. They should be pretty close.
What? No, 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 stay.
Not quite there yet.
What? No, 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 stay. What? No, 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 stay.
Okay, we're gonna have to tweak these a bit, but let's work on it.
What? No, 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 stay.
Okay, the what we can use from the take we're gonna go with.
No, 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 stay. No, 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 stay.
Yeah, might not be able to do that.
What? No, 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 stay.
All right, let's just work with this first. Okay, let's put a cut. Put a cut. Let's listen to this. Oh, that's not in the same place. Right, okay, that makes sense. All right, let's take these two and put a cut there.
No, 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 stay.
I really like the way she says stay.
No, 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 stay.
I can pull this back to use it.
No, 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 stay. No, 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 stay. No, 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 stay. What? No, 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 stay. What? No, 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 stay.
That works. If I take the what out back to here, and use the what from the actual take.
What? No, 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 no. What? No, 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 stay. What? No, 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 no.
That sounds like it's coming in one ear, not the other.
What? No, 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 stay. What? No, 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 stay. What? No, 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 stay.
All right, I think I'm gonna use the same. I'm gonna use the audio from this one. I just can move that what, not move the audio though. Let's go ahead and cut there.
What? No, 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 stay.
I think that works. I'll pull this back, pull this one back as well.
What? No, 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 stay.
And we're gonna let this what play out a little bit longer. Again, not a sound editor.
What? No, 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 stay.
I like that. I think that's the way to go. Put this cut. Let's see how it plays.
Okay, I'm done.
What? No, 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 no.
Okay, I'm done.
Of course, I've now done all that work just to decide that I want to have the what underneath what he says. So underneath his shots. So that cut can almost be right there.
What? No, 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 stay.
Okay, I'm done.
What? No, 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 stay. What? No, 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 stay. No, 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 stay.
Let's go for a couple frames longer.
What? No, 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 stay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Big Cat Man. Yeah, no, I am marvel at myself sometimes with this.
What? No, 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 stay.
And also just having talented actors who do the same thing over and over again uh, definitely helps. Okay. Real quick, real quick, just to um,
No, 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 stay.
I like this take. This is the take we're gonna use because it fits the filmmaking better. The reason like I don't looking at this, I'm like this take here.
No, 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 stay.
That moment where she looks down, it feels panicked. It feels panicked in the right way, so I don't like it feels chaotic in a good way, so I don't dislike it. But this is and again, this might just be me. Um but I know what she's doing is looking down to make sure she doesn't step on the dolly track. So that's why to me that shot doesn't isn't the one to use. Um, but but I don't know if that's how that reads to anyone else. So we're gonna go ahead and take that out, and we're gonna keep going here.
Ma'am, all due respect, good night. Ma'am, all due respect, good night. Ma'am, all due respect, good night. Ma'am, all due respect, good night.
All right, third or fourth take being the one. I'm leaning toward third just because I like that delivery.
No, 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 stay.
Ma'am, all due respect, good night.
Cool. I think that works. This one, I think that delivery's good, and I like the urgency here, but I don't think it's as good. I think we lose the performance a tiny bit.
No, no, stay.
Ma'am, all due respect, good night.
Yeah, I like the delivery better in this one. I think it's a little more fun. It's a little more, and he's at the door, so he feels like he's safer. It doesn't need to be as
No, no,
rushed.
no, 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 stay.
Ma'am, all due respect, good night.
And him being Canadian and polite, he would kind of I could see him kind of taking that pause to be like, "Good night," having that moment. Okay, so this is an interesting moment. This is the one we're actually not going to use that Elaine and I talked about. I'm talking about again the one time like in this scene or the one time we've got footage in this scene of something that Arthur doesn't see is this little moment of her desperately looking around, seeing the wallet, reaching down for it. Um, I think this works better, kind of as if you don't see it. So I'm going to go back to what we had here, which is he says goodnight.
You dropped your wallet.
Cool. So we know I know I'm going to use these takes. Actually, no, I can cut this. I'm taking this whole scene apart. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that take because that is the uh, definitely the one like looking at it definitely the way I want to go with it. And I know I'm going to use this take because it's the only one where we did the where he like we visually where he you see him reach for the wall but don't see him actually get it. So or don't we don't pan down to see it.
Good night.
You dropped your wallet.
Okay. Looking back, so we know. So let's see. You know what? Hold for 1 sec. I'm gonna stand up. Desk, get up there. I'm just gonna sit here until my desk kicks me off. Ah. Okay. Get up, stretch. Feel that stretch across my back. You really get into this. You start hunching over a lot more than you think you're going to. Let's get this thing can go up higher. There we go. Okay. So continuing on where we left off.
You dropped your wallet. You dropped your wallet.
She sort of wiggles it there. I think.
You dropped your wallet.
Okay, she wiggles it there. We've got that in this other in the other cut. We're gonna keep that. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna take that. We're gonna keep that here. Stop playing. I want to move. There we go. Back Paste. Cool. So we've got that. We can now delete these shots of her. We've got that moment covered. Let's move these all closer, and then we're gonna keep looking. All right, let's look at his reactions. He looks back, sees her, and then says, "Damn it." So that's where we're. Okay. I kind of like that fourth take. I really like the second take here. I like the second take a lot. I'm just wondering if I like. I'm gonna try something. This might be this is a thing that Elena can tell me what she thinks on. Um, I'm gonna try putting that in here instead of having him say "damn it," just seeing his he looks comes back. Let's see.
Arthur, Arthur Finch.
He lunges, she pulls it back. He then kind of resets because he's making noise. I like that. I think that fits Arthur's kind of awareness of the environment in a way, or at least awareness of his own impact on it. I do like this is my second favorite take. Kind of right there. Let's go ahead and put a cut there. Delete that. Cool. So this is my second favorite take. I think this is the one that was in the original cut of the scene. This one's gonna go ahead and get dropped into the RHSC. Paste. There we go. Cool. Back to the cut. We go with this. Go back to her.
Canada.
This first little moment of her kind of pulling it away, I like. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. That actually works out really well because there's a reason I can't go straight from her pulling it away into her reading it, but this actually works with a little bit of an action beat here. He can kind of give him a chance to reset. It's a little chaotic for him, which is good. It's where he should be. And now we get her line to him.
Arthur Finch. From Canada. Arthur Finch. From Canada. Arthur Finch. From Canada.
Ooh, these are all good.
Canada. Arthur Finch. From Canada. Arthur Finch. From Canada. Arthur Finch. From Canada.
Second take, she looks at him. That's kind of where I want to go with it. The deliveries are all really good across the board, but the second take, she looks at him and she kind of connects with him when she says his name, and that's the way to go. Split the difference there.
Arthur Finch from Canada. Canada.
Like she's making a connection with him there. I want to go back to. Let's see. Let's look at the takes of him.
Could you please give me my wallet back, please? Can you please give me my wallet back, please? Can you please give me my wallet back, please?
Okay.
Give me my wallet back. Please. Give me my wallet back, please. Can you please give me my wallet back, please? Can you please give me my wallet back, please? Can you please?
Okay. This is one of Elena's specific notes that she really liked the take where he's kind of trying to get her to keep her voice down.
Can you please give me my wallet back, please? Can you please give me my wallet back, please? Please give me my wallet back, please.
Second and third takes are the best.
Can you please give me my wallet back, please? Please give me my wallet back, please.
I like both.
Please give me my wallet back, please. Can you please give me my wallet back, please?
I'm so on the fence on this one. I'm gonna go with the fourth take, or with the third take. This is the second of the two we have left, because I want to lean into him trying to keep his voice down. But I'm gonna keep this, and I know Elena, I know you're gonna be watching at some point, so I want to hear your opinion on this whenever you watch. So paste that there. Yes, Elena, if you are watching right now, look at me. Um, if you're watching, tell me which of those takes you like that we just watched you like the best. This one that I've gone with is the one where he does have the whole like his voice drops halfway through because he's trying to keep he realizes he's making noise. The other take, he delivers the please at the beginning and the end, he had the double please there. I think that is a funny line lands better in the other one. So let me know which one you like better because I think they're both good for different reasons. Um, we discussed liking the one where he tries to keep his voice down, so that's the one we're gonna go with, and it does work. But tell me your thoughts on whether or not you like the one where the double please lands, because I in the script I liked that moment a lot, and if that moment if we can communicate the same feeling and keep that in, I think that'd be cool because it does. I don't know, something about her saying from Canada and then his next line having that kind of, can you please give me my wallet back? Like that double please, that redundant please, I think is funny. It's like, oh yeah, no, he's definitely from Canada. Thank you, Premiere. Okay, in the meantime, let's work this clip in.
Canada. Canada.
Please give me.
Canada. Canada.
Please give me my wallet back.
All right, now unfortunately, in the last time we did this, we did a nice tweaking thing here with
Deal.
uh,
Canada.
Could you please give me my wallet back, please?
we had a nice little can you bit here with him,
Could you please?
which I don't think is gonna work in this one, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Because it does kind of, they do overlap, and I like, not that we can't have that overlap, but if I like to have it controlled. But the question is,
Canada.
Could you?
Canada.
Could you?
Canada.
so we just need it for the last bit, and that would be our little bit of overlap here. So we're gonna unlink all of this, we're gonna pull this back. And this is like, we are kind of rebuilding the scene from the ground up, but this is why we're not undoing all the work we did last time, because we are still building off of what we did.
Canada. Canada.
Okay, so that works, and then
Please give me.
so we put that cut there, bring this back.
Canada.
Could you please give me?
Oh no, this has to overlap because she's, okay, that's why. Gotcha. do we have to do to make this moment work?
Canada. From Canada.
I pull this back to here. Same with the video, just to see if I can get the audio to play.
Canada. From Canada. From Canada. From
We really do need to cut this all the way back to here, which is not a problem necessarily, because we can still don't have to have the video match up. But let's see.
Canada.
We're gonna try that.
From Canada. From Canada. Arthur Finch. From Canada.
I want it back, please.
Getting this to match is gonna be interesting. Let's take this down here.
Canada.
How close are those?
From Canada.
That doesn't sound great. All right, we're gonna pull this back to like here. We're gonna try it like this.
From Canada.
I want it back, please.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Arthur Finch. From Canada.
I want it back.
Canada.
That's who it is. Oh my God, I just realized. I spent the whole shoot trying to figure out who Arthur looks like. He looks like Tim Minchin. He looks like young Tim Minchin. That's who Arthur looks like. Oh my God, that's what it is. This is a movie about Uma Thurman and Tim Minchin doing a heist, and now that I've said that, I need that in real life. That's incredible. Like either a movie about the two of them doing a heist, or just Uma Thurman and Tim Minchin need to steal shit.
Arthur Finch. From Canada.
I want it back.
Okay. And one thing I'm gonna do, it's kind of clear that we're switching when we switch takes the way she says Canada. So what I'm gonna try to do is pull it back to before she says from Canada, and hope that syncs up.
From Canada. Finch. From Canada.
It actually works pretty well. Let's see what our sound guy does. Our sound guy does have a lot of sound wizardry to do on this movie just to get the levels and the balances right.
Arthur Finch. From Canada.
I want it back, please. I want it back, please.
Arthur Finch. From Canada. Arthur Finch. From
All right, where's that click coming from?
Finch.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this back a little bit because I'm hearing a bit of a click in the background. I think it's Arthur. I think it was either Arthur's feet or mine making noise. So,
Arthur Finch. From Canada.
I want it back, please.
Maria Lisa's here. She says hi. So far Stephanie and Big Catman have commented, but that doesn't mean that they're still currently watching. Who knows? I've also learned that the viewer count up in the top window is usually a liar, so I don't even bother paying. I try not to pay attention to it because it also hurts my self-esteem. I'm being hugged. This is great. This is the best day ever. Okay.
Hugs are the best day
The
ever.
best. Okay. Good night, baby.
Good night, friends watching.
If they say goodnight, I'll let you know.
Arthur Finch.
Love you too.
From Canada.
I want it back, please.
Okay. Oh, Stephanie says hi.
Finch. From
Stephanie said hi.
Canada.
I want it back.
Okay. Now I remember why I didn't use this take is because in enjoying the performance,
I want it back, please.
you know what, I'm gonna try.
Canada.
I want it back, please.
I'm gonna try to get away with this. That footage. Shelby Lynn also says hi.
From
Can you
Canada.
please give me? I want it back, please. I want it back, please.
And if I cut this quickly enough, maybe people won't notice the mistake. We'll see if that becomes a thing. All right. See if it bothers me. Um, but that is a question to Elena. It's me again. When you're watching this, take a look at this moment right here,
From
Can you
Canada.
please give me? I want it back, please.
and let me know if you see the problem that I see. Because if you don't see it, I think we're fine. But if you do see it, we're gonna have to switch out this take. Let me know if you see the problem that I'm seeing with this moment. I think it's a problem we can subvert, or we can get around. But if it's a thing, it's a thing. We'll switch it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at the. Let's move on.
What are we going to steal? What are we going to steal? What are we going to steal?
Okay, second and third takes are best. This is the moment where she's starting to get a little bit serious.
What are we going to steal? What are we going to steal?
I think I like the second take. Let's go ahead and bring that over. We are going to take out her putting the wallet away, or the ID away, because I do think it kind of. I don't even know what I just did there. Undo that. There we go.
I want it back, please.
What are we going to steal? What are we...
I think she kind of catches him off guard here with he says get my wallet back, and she quickly goes, what were you going to steal, and kind of throws him off.
Give me. I want it back, please.
What are we going to steal?
Not quite that immediate though. Let's pull it back.
I want it back, please.
What are we going to steal?
I want it back, please.
What are we going to steal?
Okay, let's see.
What are we going to steal?
Let's unlink this and just pull in the video because I don't like hearing the audio of the wallet there.
I want it back, please.
What are we going to steal? What are we going to steal?
Back, please.
What are we going to steal?
Watch that other take real quick. I can't tell this is just me having heard these lines over and over again, or if that actually it does sound like she's rushing it a little bit.
What are we going to steal? Going to steal? What are we going to steal? What are we going to steal?
I do like that take better. Okay, we're gonna go with that. This one's going in the RHSC. Should set up a thing where I can delete takes and just like immediately get copied there. Paste. Okay, cool.
I want it back, please.
What are we going to steal? What are we going to steal?
Oop, didn't mean to. So let's see. This is meant to be pretty quick back and forth between the two of them. We're not supposed to have a beat yet.
Heather Finch. From
Can you
Canada.
please give me? I want it back, please.
What are we going to steal?
That's good. He then pulls out the knife, and there's a take here that I know I like as my favorite.
Give it back. Give it back.
Arthur.
Okay, first and last takes are the best. Let's take a look at them in context. Let's see. When he starts moving.
Going to steal.
Give it back.
Arthur, come on.
try this take.
Give it back.
Start on this little bit of movement here from him.
Give it back.
Arthur.
I like that little laugh. I'm going to substitute that in a for audio in the next take, whatever that ends up being. And I'm going to grab the audio clip here. Because we don't have a good sound effect for the knife in this take. Let's go ahead and unlink, delete, move these guys down. There we go. I think that's too much. Let's see. We just need to go down to track. There we go, track 4. So we'll pull this back. Come on.
Give it back.
Jeez, I don't want to create more tracks. I just want to move this down there. There we go. Okay, so it is that little click moment there. So that's going to go. Try to line that up.
Give it back.
Good. Comes down to the knife. And then we'll see her not being afraid of it.
Arthur. Come on. Arthur. Come on.
Give it back.
Arthur. Come on.
Give it.
Arthur. Come on. Come on.
That sounds condescending.
Arthur. Come on.
That sounds a little more friendly.
Give it back.
Arthur. Come on.
Seems a little more condescending. Let's go with the second take. Let's go with, because again, we want to establish that she's kind of having fun, but she's also friendly with him. Or she's also that they're like this is the beginning of a friendship, weirdly enough.
Arthur.
All right, I'm gonna pull this so we get a little bit of that we get that laugh. Bring this up. Doesn't mess anything up. Nope.
Arthur. Come on. Arthur. 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 Come on. Arthur. Come on.
All right, we're gonna bring this down here so we can extend these both a bit.
Arthur. Arthur. Come on. Come on.
Let's see. Real quick, I want to go back to the workroom for a second. Oh, there we go. We're still back. Okay. Let's see. Where's that moment again where she says, Arthur, come on.
Arthur.
Give it back.
Arthur.
Yeah, it's kind of all the same. Okay. Let's see. Phone vibrating. Important vibrating? Who's to say? Nah, it's people reacting to stuff. Okay, cool. Here we go. Let's come on in here.
Arthur. Come on. Come on.
Okay. We're not quite at the beat yet. Uh, so now we've got him saying, "What do you want from me?" Where he kind of.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
I like that. I like that kind of that sort of desperate anger that he's got going on in that one. Let's see if that one works in context. Nope, didn't want to delete it. Want to delete the space, not the clip.
Come on.
What do you want from me?
Yeah, I think that works.
What do you want from me?
Okay. Here we go. Important moment.
Would you rob my husband? Please. Would you rob my husband? Please. Would you rob my husband? Please. Please. Please.
Second take. Second take. She sounds. It sounds the least like a trap in the second take. Which, by the way, for those of you who are wondering if it's going to be a trap, it's not. Like this is actually a sincere offer.
Would you rob my husband? Would you?
I don't like that look up necessarily. Let's see what works.
Would you rob my husband? Would you rob my husband? Would you rob my husband?
We need to put a beat here. That's where the pause is in this scene.
Come on. Arthur. Come on. Come on.
We'll take a little bit of the space out of here because I want this to be a little quicker.
Arthur. Come on.
What do you want from me?
Would you rob my husband?
Okay, get rid of those. We're going to have a beat there, but we're going to use the reaction shot from one of these. So let's go ahead and look at these takes. Stop moving forward. There we go. Thank you, Premiere.
What? Why? What? Why?
Please.
What? Why?
Okay, last two, little big.
What? Why?
I think I'm gonna go with the first take. I like the delivery on the second take,
Why?
but the looking around is a little bit I don't know, to me feels a little bit like checking to see if there's a camera crew who's gonna pop out. And I'm not sure that's the direction we want to go with this moment. How did we do this in the first time we ran through this scene?
Would you rob my husband? Please.
Okay, we used that take, and we're gonna use this.
Please. Please.
going to use the same moment. We're going to, nope, this one. Cut. Like that reaction. Paste.
Please. Please. Husband. You rob my husband.
As soon as she says that, we should really cut to him. We can cut that a little quicker.
Please. Please. My husband. Please.
That feels pretty good rhythm-wise. He hasn't figured it out yet, and now we get to the honest moment from her, where she says, yeah, where she reveals the truth of why she of what she wants. And this is pure honesty. This is, again, this is not a trap. So we're looking for the one that feels the most true.
I hate him. I hate my husband. I hate him. Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. I'm Madeline. I hate him. I hate my husband. I hate him. Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. I'm Madeline.
Feels a little fatalish. Fatalish.
I hate him. I hate my husband. I hate him. Let's help each other. It'd be a really huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look.
Okay. First and third takes are the best. I think the beginning of the first and the end of the third.
I hate my husband. I hate him. I hate my husband. I hate him. Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. Let's help each other.
Yeah, first beginning of the first take, end of the third. It's not delete stuff yet though.
I hate him. Let's help each other.
And we're obviously going to put a clip of Arthur in the middle here.
Let's help each other. It'd be a really huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look.
Good. And she kind of throws him that nice little, like, and it's not like this isn't meant to be a damsel in distress moment. It's not like that's kind of the femme fatale usually has two different games here. They either play the like come on, I need a real man. I need someone who can I need someone who's better than my husband, someone who can get things done. I think that's you. I want to see, like, come on, impress me. It's either they either play that role or they play the my husband is destroying me and I am weak and I can't do this on my own and I need you. Like they either play one of those two ways, and I feel like Madeline in using these two takes, we kind of don't really get either. She doesn't come across as baiting him, and she doesn't come across as playing the damsel, which is good because that's she's not a femme fatale and she's not a damsel.
I hate him.
And I like the beginnings because we see her go from I hate him to like realizing how true that is. Trim a little off the beginning there. split that difference. Give me kind of halfway. Nope, that's more than halfway. Go back. Thank you.
I hate him.
Let's watch this whole moment sort of play out here.
Would you rob my husband? Please.
Why?
And please.
I think I want a little bit more of him here. Not much, just a tad, just a little more to see that reaction.
Please.
We can actually cut her bit off a little more.
Please.
Why?
Please.
If I delete this and I pull him back a bit more.
Please.
Why?
Would you rob my husband? Please.
Why?
Please.
Why?
Would you rob my husband? Please.
Why?
I hate him. I hate my husband. I hate him. I hate him.
Pull that back. Let's grab a reaction from Arthur here. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna drop that in a sec. Let's get this ending.
I hate my husband. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Him. I hate him.
Cut to Arthur immediately.
Let's help each other. Hate him. Let's help each other. Let's help each other. It'd be a really each other. It'd be a really huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. I hate my husband. I hate him. Let's help each other. It'd be a really huge.
You know what? But that's not ringing as true for me as it was a second ago. Let's watch these again.
Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. I hate. Besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. Where to look.
Yeah, no, I think we're gonna stick with this take. We're gonna go.
Hate him. Let's help each other.
These the same take. Those are the same take. So we can just delete this and pull this back.
Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look.
And then we have her offering him the wallet. Let me not I deleted that a little bit too soon.
I'm Madeline.
You know what? I think keeping this all in one take, in the same take. Not that I'm not gonna cut it up. I think keeping it all in the same take gives it that kind of. Um, it does kind of. It makes her. Because it makes her performance less fractured and it makes her more trustworthy. So we're gonna keep that.
I hate him. I hate him.
Cut there so we see Arthur.
Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. I'm Madeline.
Cool. All right. Good, good, good. All right, we are almost there. kids. Last thing is I just need Arthur's reactions there. I don't know if don't I have any over here?
It'd be a really huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. I'm Madeline.
Okay. Let's see.
I hate.
Nope. Okay. You know what? This is the thing I'm looking at. I'm looking at Arthur's reactions here, and he looks terrified. Um, which I don't think is the way to go here. We're gonna go back to the workroom and look at these takes. Look at the original takes here, because I think the way to go here is that he believes her. Like I think that's we looking for the takes where he seems the most credulous. So that's here. Let's watch him.
Would you rob my husband? Please.
Why?
I hate him. I hate my husband. I hate him. Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor. Besides, you wouldn't even know where to look.
There we go. That's good.
I'm Madeline.
There's some good stuff right there. All right, let's keep going.
Let's help each other.
This looks
It'd
scared.
be a huge favor. Besides, you wouldn't know where to look.
Wow.
I'm Madeline.
That's a take we had before. I think that, yeah, I think it reads as scared.
It'd be a huge favor.
What do you want from me?
Would you rob my husband? Please.
What? Why?
I hate him. I hate my husband. I hate him. Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor. Besides, you wouldn't know where to look.
He's listening but still unsure and worried.
You know where to look. Would you rob my husband? Please.
Why?
I hate him. I hate my husband. I hate him. Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. I'm Madeline.
Okay, first take. First take is the one to go with on this one. So we're going to, as usual, copy and let's see, this thing's going to be way too long, so we're going to paste it here. Usual rules. We get rid of the camera audio. And we just find that moment.
Please. My husband. I hate him. Favor.
Now, technically, we don't even need the audio here. We just need the video. But
Besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. I'm Madeline. I'm Madeline.
cool. That's our clip. Let's take that. Yep. Come back to here. We're going to paste it in. It is too long, which is good, because now we can use it in the spots where we need it. Like right there. Let's put a cut.
My husband. I hate him. I hate him.
There we go. We see him listening.
I hate him.
She looks away. He looks away. Gives it that kind of. In some ways, it almost plays a little. I think it hopefully plays a little bit like he's almost embarrassed that he's like she's going through a thing, and I'm like I don't want to like I shouldn't respectfully I shouldn't look like I shouldn't be. You don't want me staring at you when you're going through a thing. So
I hate him. Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. You wouldn't even know where to look. I'm Madeline. a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. Huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look.
Put another cut here. Not a full cut, just a little cut here.
Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor. It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. I'm Madeline.
Okay, we take that off. Let's watch this moment.
I hate my husband. I hate him. Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. I'm Madeline.
First glance, I think that works.
I'm Madeline.
Cool. Exactly. Yep. Shelby Lynn, you're hitting the nail on the head. That's what we're going for. Is that yeah, and this is like I said, this is the beginning of the friendship. So him, yeah, he's giving her the space without feeling like yeah, it's a respectful thing. Um, and I like that. Uh, and it's in his character, and now he's for the first time he's not looking around, he's not aware of the surroundings, he's looking internally, which is good.
I hate my husband. I hate him. Let's help each other. It'd be a huge favor, and besides,
All right, I am gonna do a little bit of a thing here.
it'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. I'm Madeline.
That works. All right. I always wanted to try something. Let's see if this is the time to try this moment. Let's see if this works. You duplicate a clip. You put it like that, and then you reverse it.
It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't. It'd be a huge.
It's a little obvious here.
It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look.
There might be something there. If I ever need to extend this clip, that's a way to do it. You know what? I'm actually gonna keep that and just disable it, so it's there if I need it.
It'd be a huge favor, and besides, you wouldn't even know where to look. Look.
Then we put the cuts.
I'm Madeline.
Okay. So we've gotten to there. Let's save. Now we've got a couple different moments we can use here, and this is one thing that Elena and I picked up on. This is clip we used. Okay, go away. One thing Elena and I picked up on here was that he does take a long while to close this door, and we want to kind of trim that off. But the other thing I want to try, and this is the thing we talked about. I want to try. I want to see if this two shot can work, because it is the first time the two of them are seeing eye to eye, and now that we're building this scene to be about their dynamic, I want to try to see if I can get this to work.
I'm Madeline.
Uh, exactly, Shelby Lynn, you're like I'm very glad that you're picking this up, because that's hopefully like what we want the audience to pick up. Whether I mean obviously they're not going to be watching it and microanalyzing it the way I am to assemble it, but hopefully that feeling comes across.
I'm Madeline.
And then he reaches for it and he takes it and she lets go. Okay. I want to try this two shot. It's not exactly like Yeah, like we've talked on this channel, especially in relation to this film, a lot about whether or not to use these proscenium shots with the two of them. And I think if we're gonna use one, this is the only spot to use it because it's they're seeing eye to eye. It's the first time they share the frame as equal partners. I want to try it. I want to see if it works here. But now let's look at these takes. This is him. Look again. This moment looking not for suspicion, but for like, okay, he's in. And we're gonna do something about that door taking so long to close. Just because we've now been like, all right, we're gonna go have an adventure story. So that's not bad. He's processing, but he looks a little suspicious, but not much. That's a pretty good take. Then we're gonna talk about the power of stuff that happens after cut. Holding the wallet's good. He comes up to him. That's good. I like that one best, I think, right now. This pause is a little bit long, but we can fix that. Nah, he doesn't even look at her. Okay. And he really takes the beat there. Okay, so let's take that out. I think we're gonna go with the third take on this one. Which I think is the take we used in the previous iteration of this scene. All right, and this ends with her hand kind of slipping off, which is where this kind of that's almost a handshake. I really like that. Let's kind of pull this back so it's not. Let's give us a little more space here. I think I want to see that kind of handshake sort of happen here. Yeah, it's kind of got to be right there. That's fine. And he turns away. And the thing is, talking about things that happen after cut. After we called cut, we have two takes where Annabelle stepped kind of settled back here. And that second one is the way to go. It's a little bit less femme fatale, and this will be the only moment in this scene where we see something Arthur doesn't, and it's not we're not hiding anything. We're not seeing a flicker of her that we haven't seen before. This is just there to cover this moment. So we will cut this out. Nope, we'll cut this out. There we go. Unlink that. Delete her audio because it's not super important. Actually pull this out a little bit more, just kind of halfway. There we go. All right, and the scene is together. Look at that. Okay, now we're gonna take this, gonna place it. This is the other stuff. So I'm gonna take this and move this away. Gonna place this in its new context, which is right here. much better takes here.
I hate my husband. I hate him.
And this is a thing that I like, that we kind of inadvertently did in this scene. That's making it really. That's definitely helping with the editing. Um, and this is something David Fincher does. It's something I know Kenneth Branagh has done, um, where you. And this is the thing that like a lot of directors will do, especially in rehearsal, but also on film. On film sets, like that, you have the chance to, because you're not so off, like because on film sets, especially when you're doing close-ups and coverage, you're not like on in a stage play. The most important thing you can do is go out there and just feed off of your scene partner. Um, and so you do work in rehearsal about like the way you would work on things and the way scenes will get played, and then you play off your scene partner in a play. I'm taking this off, and that is just like that's the best thing you can do. Um, in film, because because the opportunity cost to do things over and over again is low because you have just you're just doing multiple takes and you're shooting digital, so you've got a theoretically infinite amount of takes you could do. Um, and then because we're shooting shots like this where we're hearing both sides of the conversation, but we're only seeing the one. Um, it's important to kind of allow that kind of wiggle room. So what we did on this, kind of almost inadvertently on this, and I'm realizing is an excellent technique for film, especially when you're doing especially when you're building a relationship. Um, is to do takes where, like, okay, let's do a take where we're leaning fully into femme fatale. Let's do a take where we're leaning completely opposite direction of femme fatale. Let's do a take where we're like where Arthur completely believes her or where he's completely suspicious and then somewhere in the middle. And by having that, you're able to find like it allows us to kind of what we just did here. He starts off, the takes we went with were oftentimes the second, third, or fourth takes where he is kind of leaning into that suspicion and he's leaning into like the panic in the and a little more aggressive in the at the beginning of the scene, and then towards the end of the scene we switched to some of his earlier takes where he was a little less aggressive and a little more gentle. And that actually, what that does, it gives us the ability to, like, it's in his performance every time, but now we can take him at his most like suspicious and him at his most gentle and create a scene that that it's all based on his performance, all the performance he gave, but it's like but by using separate pieces from separate takes, we can blend it into um something new that is like, I don't want to say an enhancement because I do not want to come across like I am downplaying like either of these actors' talent because they are both spectacular. Um, but it helps us. It helps us kind of, uh, helps the editing mirror the work that he was doing in a way that is very, very hard to do in person, and especially on set if you're not sure exactly. Like on set, it's a lot of we're building this piece by piece, so you don't know what the full whole is going to look like. And in editing, being able to do this is really cool. So. We kind of inadvertently did it here, and it works really well, I think, to try to create this scene. Uh, so yeah, we've got this. We got this scene together, friends. That is not bad. It's the second take of the scene. Um, we're now at 3.5 minutes, going from the beginning to the end of that moment. I'm actually curious. Give me one second. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna check and see how long the original version of this scene was. Actually, that might just be in the RHSC. Is that just the... Okay, take it back. The whole thing's in the RHSC. Okay. Back to me. I was gonna have to pull up the rendered clip, but this is okay. So this guy, let me actually bring this right to the 5 minute mark. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Okay, cool. So we're gonna take this whole thing, all of it. There we go. We're gonna bring it right to the 5 minute mark. I think that's right about. Come on, right there. Now I'm still frame off. Okay, I'm 13 frames off. That's embarrassing. 12 frames off. Okay, 12 frames is acceptable. Pretty close. Nope. Take it back. 13 frames off. Ah, unlucky 13. Why do we do this? Who allowed this to happen? Anyway, there we go. Lock it in. Cool. pull this to that mark as well. Okay, so we've trimmed about 15 seconds off the scene. We've gone from 345 or 346 to 3.5. That's not bad. That tells me we got a lot of that dead air out of there because we didn't shorten the content really at all, except for taking out the word "damn it." Um,
What are you going to steal?
Give it back.
Arthur, come on.
What do you want from me?
Would you rob my husband? Please.
Why?
I hate him.
there's some timing issues I still need to iron out, but that's the thing I will take a break and come back and look at with fresh eyes because right now I'm seeing some issues, but like I've looked at this for so long, I'm not sure I know how to fix it. Thank you, Premiere. So cool. That's where we're at right now. I'm gonna give this yeah, I will give this another look tomorrow probably or Monday depending on my mental health over the weekend. Um, and we will continue from there. This is the next scene. Come back to that. Uh, this is the remnants of the first scene, which we have saved. So we can go ahead and delete this out of here. And just to check the continuity here, and she leads him off. That actually works really well. We have this moment of him. He's in, and we're moving. Cool. All right. So I think that is going to be it for tonight, friends. Thank you to everyone who watched. I'll come back to me real fast here just to wrap it up. Yeah, thank you to everyone who watched. And to anyone who is going to watch, thank you. If Elena, I know you're going to watch, and we're going to have a blast talking about this because I enjoyed putting the scene together in this way, and so I'm excited to see if it fits better your vision. So that's exciting to me. Annabelle and Arthur, if you guys watch, like, God, thank you. This is every editor should be so lucky to have footage like this to work with and performances to work with. So thank you. Um, and yeah, just in general, thanks to everyone who watched, and who just, if you didn't watch, thanks to everyone out there who just, you know, gave me this platform and gave me this excuse to do this, because this week's been a rough one for my mental health. It's been a rough one, and which has been bleeding over to my physical health. And so before I started this tonight, I was like, okay, I need to get this done. I need to do it. But it was feeling like work, and starting streaming like this and starting to work on it, um, it very quickly stopped feeling like work and started you know, coming back to being the thing that I love, and I credit a lot of that to you guys. So thank you. Um, to whoever ends up being watching this, whether you watched it now or watch it in the future, thank you. This really helped. Um, yeah, I hope I entertained you. I hope hope my voice was soothing. Hope it was fun to listen to. I don't know. I always seem to end these streams in a very zen and happy place, and it is very therapeutic for me. So thank you. Thank you for joining. And yeah, we're coming back next week. We're coming back next week, Monday. We're gonna be working on this some more. Hopefully, we'll be moving on to the next scenes. Like I said at the beginning, the creation of the intro scene, especially in a short film, because like this scene has so much is carrying so much weight. It's establishing the tone. It's establishing Arthur's personality. It's establishing Madeline's personality. It's establishing the plot of the movie, the goals, like what we're trying to set up, what we're hoping to do, why we want to do it, and it's establishing the uh establishes like a few key props and details that uh become important later. So there's a lot of heavy work in this scene, just from the story perspective. Hopefully it conveys it. Hopefully it works as well as we want it to. There's definitely going to be tweaks. This is still an assembly cut. We are going to be cutting and cutting and cutting, and this scene's probably going to be the one that's going to get the most tweaks. But it's where it is. I think it's pretty good where it is. I'm gonna reserve judgment till I watch it again with the sun up. But yeah, but the rest of the movie, now that we've established the tone, the characters, and the plot, the rest of the movie is hopefully kind of a more straightforward, just sort of adventure thriller endeavor. So we'll be able to enjoy that and yeah, kind of lean in a little more into what's fun and cool. Which, not that this isn't, but just having being able to not having the pressure of the importance of this scene and the needs of this scene weighing on us. Now we've set up the story. Now we get to tell it, and that's exciting. All right. On that note, it is almost 3 in the morning, or 2:41, so quarter to 3. Um, and now that song is playing in my head, and I'm not going to sing it because then it'll play in your head. And if it already is playing in your head, I apologize. But yeah, anyway, on that note, good night. Stay safe. Have a good weekend. Make something cool. Uh, and yeah, take care of yourselves. You are very valuable people. Good night. Be safe. And yeah, never go away because we're going to be back doing this again forever. Later.